Yes, it's a miracle.
Donald Trump is...
It is a... It is a... Alright, let's do this. Motherfucker! Get him punched! Get him punched! You're stuck as him! No! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh. Oh, fuck, I fell out! Oh, I fell out, oh, I fell out, mother, no, 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 motherfucker! No! Nah, take this imp punch. Take this imp punch, you squid, you hentai bastard. You freaking hentai looking on bastard. Let's do this. I hate you, how dare you make me wait 30 freaking minutes to fight you. How dare you make me wait 30 freaking minutes if I waited like so long last night to do this, but then I just gave up and ended stream. Now I'm taking my revenge on this squid for making me wait. Taking my revenge. Taking my freaking, oh, I'm about to, Why am I turning into an imp? I hate you, I hate you, I freaking hate you. Oh no, what? Ah, I didn't notice. Fuck! I hate this. Gotta hope the wait times get easier. I'm so done with this shit. Who the hell is this guy? I wasn't paying attention. Damn, they just gonna leave me out here out of bounds. They just wanna leave me here, mother effers. Oh, well, at least I don't have to do anything. At least I don't have to do anything. Oh. I definitely need that. Yes, I got it. Oh, this is finally over with. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, that thing can go F itself in the middle of the ground. Good show, Zooey. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Coliseum. Oh, thank God this is over. Alright, thank God this is over. Let's just get this shit over. Literally that freaking chart, that thing I just did, that can go F itself in the ground. It can go fucking F itself. No, I don't care. It can go fuck itself in the ground. I hate that shit so much. Screw the nearly half an hour wait time. Like, it took so long last night, I just gave up. Ended stream and gave up. That's making me mad. And of course my game's lagging. This is great. I really do love Final Fantasy so much. It's like the best game ever. It's like the best game ever. I love it when my game lags and it takes about half an hour to load into something. Oh, it's a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim this world. And now let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the person of also Master Phryges himself, the Warden's grace, a Thomas which are like the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Arabius. Eorzeus most prominent pilfer, Gar har har. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know you paid well for your seat today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite you one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Sweet Mother Mary. Dialpine, mark my words. You have stolen your last I swear on the Manderville name. I think not, Hildibrand. Greg, it's always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Oh my god. Zuba, you bested me once, but today I shall have my revenge when I pierced your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear, oh bro. This is funny as hell, like the vile thief. Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Oh my god. Now it's raining truffles with the battles already. Mr. Typhon, just a moment. I'm sure I had tissue here somewhere. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How are none of us flying right now? What the hell? What in the... Alas and alack, the ring fell straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't like the words of a Manderville man. Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Oh look, it's his father. Why is he always in his underwear? I'm pretty sure Hildibrand's mother is the top of this relationship, and Hildibrand's father is the bottom. What is he doing? What is he doing? The Bowser trick or something? Oh my god! He's doing what Mario does to Bowser in 64. But of course, brilliant father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring wide. It'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Manderville. skyward as only a manual can. Oh my... How is he not, like, throwing up right now? That would have made me dizzy. And he's gonna completely overshot it. But Father, you know not your own strength. Oh, that was something, alright. That was something. $997, $998, $999. Oh my god. Is that the chicken? How is he still alive? What? Exactly, it looks strangely familiar. Well, okay then. Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. The key, bloody hells. Guard, seize the fiend at once. What in the... What in the hell? Is she really clapping like? Why? It's too late. So the second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize. What is the meaning of this? Many facing the know. The man spoke true. Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. The dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Have you taken it ill, friend? You seem to be very impressed most heavily, I mean. Let's not be hasty, friends. I can explain. He's gonna run away. Bro, what? I sold out my honor, joined forces with the Odie's Octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said. Were there not you were thinking of... Your dear sister, Hegelina, nothing more. I suppose what I thought, how do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you with Nanawa mind to eavesdrop on your intimate personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Oh, sweet mother of God. Bro's whipped. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust won't easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. Well, all right then. God, I've had enough of this goofiness. Every time Hildibrand ends up getting tossed around, he looks like a homeless dude. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired. Damn it! Clearly, the second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, was a start on the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. What if the thief is the descendant from a long-lost bloodline, and all these treasures belong to that long-lost bloodline? The Treaty Blade. Azemia's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be precise, relics from the era of Beladians. Oh, if that's so, the answers are clear as day. The fiend means to found Aeordia's greatest museum of Beladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. But I swear now, she was my favorite character. Oh, that was a dope. Is it gonna fall or... What in the hell? Bro, I'm so done with this goofy shit. Bro, what the hell? Bro, what? I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the four sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us, but what are these four treasures of which he speaks? Where the four treasures of Beldanian become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believed there is some truth in these words. Four sacred relics from Belladia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. one who's winning over the confolk by the day. If rumors are to be believed, it would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an old Don collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary old Dons would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our query clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealthy and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate, perhaps the Sultana herself? Then it will be to his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise at him. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye have many faces. There is but one man who shall claim the 4 lost wrecks of Belda, and it shall be Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Oh my god. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. That, no, it couldn't be hard. Methinks Gobbert may need a new pair of spectacles. Swear to God, imagine if the shadow's like Hildibrand's mom or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Her last vow. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forget what you actually look like? I have. What? And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. What in the ever-loving shit? Oh, mother. I was wondering when you'd show up, Zooey. I hope you haven't made any plans for the day because we got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems to decide to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors can be believed, he claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Old Dawn society. Mr. Many Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murder. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining, oh, the only thing my riddles like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Ponzi cakes. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Zooey? Okay, let's get this over with. The hidden treasure of Old Dawn was it. If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, you know who. There were 2 sun silk tapestries. Alright. Alright, let's roll. Alright, running. Yes. Ah, right over there. I'm just gonna ignore that. Wait, what's the date today? Today's March something or whatever. Oh my god, I feel like my game's just lagging and shit. I don't know why. Alright, let's get this. Alright, let's see here. I got new emotes. Let me add them to my wheel. Let's see. Add to hotbar. Huh? Let's see here. Alright, let's continue buying. Oh, weeping. Alright. Let's get the hell out. Let's go and finish the... Alright. I'll probably go to my house, so I have to wait again for another, freaking, trial, and then I'll add this stuff to my house. Well, now, if it ain't my favorite adventure, and my favorite myth or I reporter long with it, tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help two of my best mates, I'm afraid you have found our old Wymon at a loss. Old has more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan's arm in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan's warrant aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Zooey. I said somebody paid a visit to the heart of the sworn. Boy, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generated the warrant, but you may want to think twice about getting yourself involved in this. A man of my business is also knows our danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and fine one at that. Don't put that neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. It considers touching, but I can assure you I am ready for whatever danger lies ahead. Besides, being a reporter is more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Zooey. Time is of the essence. Yeah, I don't trust this reporter girl anymore. I don't trust her anymore. I don't trust her. Yep, something fishy's going on. Something fishy's going on. I don't trust her. She gotta be in league. She gotta either be the thief or in league with the thief. Or what if the thief is like a not just a one-man job, but a two-man job? I know she's gotta be involved somehow with the thefts. I don't trust the reporter girl. I don't trust her. Halt. Only authorized personnel are allowed in. It's all buggering at the broad sorts of gentleman of light's adventuring companion and the catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light, tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultan's War recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the tells honest truth, miss. Seeing that the gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of me soul. Like, I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildibrand. The Sultans were impressed with my commitment and my sword. I mean, they gladly welcomed me into their rank. Okay, bro, okay, so he's like a simp now for Hildibrand. You gotta be effing kidding me. Wait, don't tell me you've come to assist Master Hildibrand in his investigation, haven't you? Or why didn't you say sooner? It's the least I could do to help the mates who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis? She's one of the Sworn's best and something of a history buff, it'd seem. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I trust you not to touch anything. Eh? Well, yep, the thief is definitely going to disguise herself either as somebody, either as Nashu, Ellie, or Humphrey, or maybe the history buff who's in charge of the investigation. One of those 4. A pleasure to meet you, Felice. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eyes. You may have heard of researching the Phantom Thief case and would appreciate information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie. If I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Zui Uchiha, yes? You know Zui? As any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the Inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. The Sultans were in the elite of Uldad's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bugling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briarden, always one step ahead, don't move an ill. Inspector, what is that in your... demasking dust, a formula of my own devising the mask left behind at Vesser Bay. I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-tangent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan's home at our disposal, we are only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target, a hidden treasure of Uldad, the last of the 4 relics of Belladia? I fear not. I poured through the histories time and again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Belladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's targets, and 3 times has he fooled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Belladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instruct them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The boxguard will be in chains before it can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasure within. You have a word, my lady. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan's War have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We will be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks and a gentleman answers. Oh, it's Hildibrand. Ay, ay, ay. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the damascene dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you do not waste yours upon me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame that, damn, they have serious beef. Inspector Hildibrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consultorium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack, indeed. What of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudge, gutted with a great sword, strangled with the subligar, mayhap? I'm afraid that we have identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm, renowned powers of deduction, are more than up to the task. I must see this burglar return, butcher, delivered to justice. Your presence is hardening indeed, Inspector Hildibrand. Friends, please take this damascene dust with you. We can spare a single statue, but I trust you will put it to good use. I have a suspicion that the thief will disguise itself as either Nashu, Ellie, this guy, or this guy. Either these 2, this one, or this one. One of those 4. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. Like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Zui, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sazamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Felix's demasking dust to good use. Alright, Alright, let's do this. Flowers. Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who in his hurry to escape carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, AA? I'm the one that put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy, you dare defile his memory, eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinary. I swear to you on my dear mother's name, my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was saying, these files were clearly placed here by the family deceased, which can only mean leave this place, run away while you still can, or run far, far away. Run or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor, poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Have you not heard of the horrors of Sildia, a Ulda's sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago? So much blood was shed by both sides, but I speak of far greater horrors and death, and an unholy draught brewed by a Sildan alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead. That his true nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. The traitors spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan's warren. Thou alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could do so much as pay me last respects. The traitor spurn, I heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildan, I'm sure, but only a Sildan would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildan died 4 centuries ago, you say. They did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, but he does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Heard the tales from my own great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Beldon, the powers they hold, the power to exact justice. A specter of Sildan has returned to wreak havoc on us. Woe unto us. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear, but if only you'd become a traitor like your father, if only you'd kept your nose out of those history books, and never so much breathe the accursed name of Silda, or whatever. But you did, and now we're doomed. Bro, she's going crazy. I think she crashed out on us. That bleeding horse sense here somewhere. I can feel it in me, Folix. The most potent hair tonic that I have seen. That it was. For all afore my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife and extra elm. Mountebank, Charlton. I'll find that so-called inspector and this sorry van and pull every last shred of hair from their bleeding skulls. Sibling strife. Alright. It's all become clear to me now. The dear woman's testimony has confirmed that which I suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking white as rotten flesh, Hildibrand, an agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Ahem. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and dead for 9 centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, a conception of skill, he must placiate this tortured soul that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assure its rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thon ages ago. Doubtless the tombs there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildan might serve us well. Go research as you want, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briarden. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. Yeah, sure, buddy. Alright. Alright, let's, I forgot. Oh, look, there's a giant shark. Let's just run. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Sil'Dah, or Sil'Di, or whatever. Sil'Di, or whatever. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in an outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving us once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell, the battle fought between the sister nations was the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sil'dan alchemists devised a horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as traitor spurn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some stories have it that even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight, sending shivers up the spine just thinking about it. No, it's truly a crowning victory of our fair nation that our forebears are able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Why do I feel like there's more to this story? This can't be just. I feel like there's more to it. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our house to reach with Sil'Di. As a fellow student of history, I'm more than welcome the conversation. Beladian civilization flourished in relative peace until 2 sons were born to the royal family. The 2 were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claims, they agreed to split their kingdom in 2, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Sil'Di. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Alright, let's see. Who else do we need to talk to? What's that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sil'Di. I suppose I can spare a moment or two, but take good note. I'm not fond of repeating myself. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah weighing prosperity and power. The silver of Sil'Di weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the 2 nations differed greatly, yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justice and good. Rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear, but riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does it say of the words written within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sildi, Ul'dan and Amaja warriors fought side by side? Likely, you did not, and neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? I've said enough already. Because maybe they wanted to take the Amaja land and didn't want people to think, oh, we're betraying allies. God, I knew there's more to the story. Alright, where the hell is the other person I need to talk to? Oh, this guy. Researching the ancient feud between Ul'dan and Sildi, are you? Or Sildar, whatever, are you? Most impressive. Young people these days show little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The 5th Astral Era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts were going and great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the 6th Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries ago. Imagine a government of mages, by mages, for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not to be. Damn, that was actually low-key interesting. What the hell is this? Oh, it's probably a new player. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed, as it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dan and Sildi. Or is it Sildi or Silda? I don't know. The two nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dan's superior military might, Sildi employs their advanced alchemic knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts have led me to one unsaceable conclusion. Our phantom thesis is a descendant of doomed Sildi, who seeks vengeance against those who reduce his countrymen to slavering zombies. What? To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next war, there is but one course of action. He must find the Sildian statesman who convinced this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you have to go find yourself a shovel and dig the statesman out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Sildi. His garish garb is no doubt meant to invoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. The Sildian connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Belladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted among the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had a most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me. Of course, my keen investigator's senses rang out with a loud voice and clear. This man Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. I like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find them? My sources identified the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent horizons. Shall we pay him a visit? Alright, okay. Let's roll. Yes, if you got minutes, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter with the Metro Eye. Never blinking, all seeing. You know that. I was wondering if we could trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for lower money that you killed him? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me, a thief? Well, what is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got time or the patience for this mummery. Now, if you excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Duralda, well met. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair day. Why I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Riardo, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Gurgia, we can discuss some minutes after. Play the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Duralda, what about... yes, my dear Maria's namesake present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from S-Name's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ul'dah myself? I'll say just once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. Oh my god, is the freaking thief pretending to be that lady again? Alright, I'll tell you what I know, but you didn't hear from me. God, I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust, what Trader Stern was, and his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me thinking, still the 5 victims, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth, I'm not familiar with that name. Few would be on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultan, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ul'dah-Sultan conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge, Victor. Just what sort of knowledge what might that be? Thoughts, boss, let me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well. Somebody think, who hired you and where can we find him? His name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was gonna set out for Limsa with his 5 best seld swords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship dock. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vestra Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining... I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secret they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how that all works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been had been all zombified, he panicked, and guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient man of the art of parleys have procured us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this hob fellow and see what he can share with us, and let us hurry. The man's life is in danger even as we speak. Alright, Vesper Bay. Well, I could have just flown there, but I have all these Vesper Bay tickets for instant teleportation. Might as well use them now. What the hell? Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No, stand back, Ellie. Hunger. I hunger for your brains. What? Damn, there's no saving the man, Zooey. Do what you must. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tell me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. 'Twould seem we were a few moments late to the scene. A message, and there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, naturally, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I had this fleeting sense that someone or something is watching us. What if Hildibrand's next? Or his father or mother's next? The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return to report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Seek us aside or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I too had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You'll do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. The streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give my leave. Pray beware, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper. He goes, nope. The reporter's in league with the thief. Yep, I know. I'm calling it right now. I bet it on my life. She is in league with the thief, and she's gonna knock out Nashu and take her place. Miss Ellie, there's something must tell you when this gets over. Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, and say, I closely did so. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow. Ooh, consider my interest piqued as well. Good, Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report. I like how they all walk at the exact same time. A fourth victim, thou have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The arbiters of truth. No, it cannot be. Somebody help. Miss Ellie, that voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Oh, motherfucker. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions before I knew what was happening. He was upon me. I could only. Bash was bringing to conveniently placed bottle of meat, it would seem. Huh? Remind me to get in your bathroom inside. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of a stolen sword, squad, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. The thief of many faces. I think we would find a man like this. Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious seduction and a lady's pugilistic persistence. I am not going to read that word. I declare this case closed. I return the statue to you, Miss Fleece. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? Oh, what is the meaning of this? Angel is a double disguise, taunted by a thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. This is Geese, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership has risen to the ranks of the at the Mithril, Miss Ellie cannot bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to. My lady, the vault is in breach. The wise ones whisper, it's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultan, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. I knew it. I knew it. And now the game is truly afoot. Wow, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? Just as we are about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so? And Kidu. I knew that report. Oh, yep, I knew. Oh, she about to get jumped. Oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Oh my God, I was right. I was right. I knew it. Miss Ellie, the shadow you said you saw. I think it was just a dour mouse. To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mouse. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Yep, I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Maybe my memory isn't that bad. Possible to fry a banana? It is. People make that all the time. We're doing over like a fried banana chocolate or something. Nowadays, you can fry just about anything. My ever loyal associate. Let's find find Miss Ellie and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companion, she can still be convinced to abandon this full plan. Oh, Phyllis, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men, but all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? I fear that would only put them at greater risk. Is he the fifth and final member of the Arbiter of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target? Is none other than me. Mind you, it's not a role I sought on my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that position in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to emulate my duties to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer in the Sultan's one, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phillies, but there is no need for such a caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand by your side. At your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here. And there you are now. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse, but it really was a cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Pardon me for a more action. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us. We let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Where's Miss Ellie? Do you think she went looking for the dormouse too? A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Beware and be warned. Alright. The absolute radiance. Oh, damn, I never pay attention to my comments, so. Radiance, yo. Hey, yo, you live? Yeah, I'm live. What's it? Sorry, damn, I really need to pay more attention to my comments. I get so engrossed into, like, what I'm doing. I don't pay attention. I have my phone right now looking at comments. Victoria cover, and the rising steam pushes up against the cover, and the pressure creates heat that cooks the rice without burning. How do you go and schedule a doctor's appointment? You call or you create an account app, and you don't have. I have to create an account on like what, the Kaiser app or something. I have to download the app. That's how I make my bill. Trust no one and your friends are all the light. What? The F was that? Water-stained letter. The water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. Bro, am I getting jumped? Oh, it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Zooey. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed where I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. Aww. Oh, so your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn. Now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend, or is this but another trap laid by the feet? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere or anyone, myself excluded. Of course, no mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit in over his head this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildibrand, his dear mother would not be pleased. Do they have a sword on his side? If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single sachet of demasking dust at our disposal. We must identify the imposter beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I do. What say you? Have a few words to each of them and see if aught seems amiss. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It is the only logical conclusion, and yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Baird told me all about it. Who would have thought Miss Ellie was a phantom thief? All this time, she sure fooled me. Nothing particularly odd about anything you say. It stands to reason. The fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Curses. This one's not half the foolish son. There must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. I question the soldier's warrant. To a man they insist they have seen not of Miss Ellie. Where could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now if you kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands amongst us. Inspector Baird, I should hope you're not doubting me. Well, I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate a particular brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation. My gang friend, I see this occasion calls for a douse or two of that powder. Zooey found her. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to the search party, but worry not. They should be reporting back with the bell's time. I fear that there's more time we can afford, Miss Phillies. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief pursues to impersonate a familiar person. As Miss Phillies only passing relation with my dear father, we can eliminate him from consideration. That leaves myself, Nasho, and Zooey here. Nasho and I in particular have a close and extended relationship with that. I shall begin by questioning my own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. This thing has ever been, so go on, ask me anything. My relationship with Nashu is so close. I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is true, my ever-luring son, she'd have no trouble completing my thoughts. Ahem, I am Master Manderville. Man? Doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Cortes to Thonalai, Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect story. May I with either, and it's undoubtedly the true Nashu. Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you picked a few more wrinkles when he thought, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles, look who's talking, you crusty creature souled. Aha. Genius Inspector? The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Oh, hell. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. Alright. No. Seven Hells, done in by muscle-bound mud and his motley troop of mummers. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting with the beard, and once again you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course you resemble each other. Ellie is after all my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, my inevitably capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Cece. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. We are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sildon aristocracy. And the aristocracy, I mean. Bemused are you, befuddled. To find two sisters behind the mask, try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show and those priceless relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-rising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, too. Without the tales of your hopeless attempts to catch me, you would have never risen to the heights of celebrity. Miss Cece, from a gentleman to that, I would ask her one thing and one other. What is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice. For 400 years ago, Uldan dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that you'd still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the history says it was still Dan who turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You would have died with your fellow as false arbiter. It was Ul'dah that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie. What is this madness you speak, one? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Ul'dan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed sultan's one would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. By your time of reckoning is nigh. Yo, yes, before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. Ha ha ha. Just what do you mean by that? How the idiots lap up the story. It's a masked crusader for justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against pound authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see it soon enough when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed onto the ground, a band of final survivors stole a vast quantity of powder from the Ul'dan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened by assembling 4 secret relics from Belodia. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Soldi, where the Ul'dan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as I speak, Ellie makes of the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when the zombie powder rained down on Ul'dan. No way, you'll all be dead. Preposterous. But first thing you might do, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious home and let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Cece. Hildibrand. You idiot, just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbert Mandeville, I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day. Oh my, wait, so the shadow wasn't the thief, the shadow was, the shadow was Hildibrand's mother. I knew it, that presence watching over us from the shadows. It was... Bro, are all these family, does the entire Mandeville family have like superhuman strength or superpowers or some shit? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! Am I to understand that you are Hildibrand's mother? Oh. This is more like a hand-to-hand skill to get. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourselves, Zoe. This is the time of our final confrontation is nigh. Oh my god. Oh no. I remember now what's happening. I remember now what's gonna happen. And the battle music. And the battle music. And the battle music. Oh my. Do ye have potatoes for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy has been turned into a stinking corpse if ye hadn't bloody noticed. You Zooey or something, was it? Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet ye. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I come on a bit too strong at times. I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can ye blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry arse husband here, and look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't ye? Oh my god, she's scared as shitless. I dare say it's quite clear who wears the pants in the family, so to speak. Yeah, it's more like she pulled this guy. He didn't pull her, she pulled him. Inspector Hildibrand's mother. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him, he's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just a remedy, a phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple, a tatter of oversoul rags, and a phial of twice distilled water. So I got at the market stocks the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry, once the poison spreads through his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that's smart, you guys, Hilda. You're looking none too hardy yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Zoe here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, milady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Single sundries, was it? Come on, Zoe, there is work to be done. Okay, bro. A piece of oversoul now, and a bottle of twice distilled water from the trader gets. Now hurry, gods! My dear boy's life is at stake. Why does she look like a clown? Well, never mind. I feel like even if it's an NPC, she's gonna jump through the screen and hit me with a frying pan. Bro, she is literally Rapunzel. Truth untold, alright.
What?
Alright. Oversoul Rags, you say, I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider my dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane from these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. And you expect to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the word of life from the Colosseum, funny who meet you at the markets. As it happens, I just returned from my training and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention, if I hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Zooey here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. I'm a woman who pays her debts. Thou take me if that wasn't Avila the Tempest. Ever since she confessed her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why, I'm half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Zooey? And with this, our task here is done. Now, let us find this traitor named Guest. My god. Wait, what the hell is that? What in the...
I was trying to help you, so you're not gonna take my
Madoka Magica has made Sandra.
You better watch it now.
Wait, is dinner done or... Wait, dinner's done?
No, I'll wait for it.
Yeah, okay, let me save now then, alright? Let me go log out. Alright, let me just log out right here. Whoever's watching your stream right now in the future, I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, bye and stay awesome.